and the Bank of Korea Governor Choongsoo Kim says South Korea should be alert to inflation risks even as a global economic recovery slows. But Kim is not in the camp of those predicting a double-dip recession. And he spoke to us earlier on from New York, and this is what he had to say.
We understand the importance of maintaining a balance between export and domestic sectors. And as you already pointed out, we achieved the economic growth mainly by external trade. But this time we understand the importance of domestic demand, and therefore we try to find ways to boost up domestic consumption. And at the same time, we encourage enterprises to invest. And for the moment, we had a very high facility investment. The growth rate is likely to be about 20% for the case of a facility investment. Of course, we have a little sluggish investment in the area of construction, but overall, we try to expand our domestic demand side, and we will make efforts to achieve that.
Governor Kim, you're speaking in New York, saying that South Korea should be alert to inflation risk, but you did choose, the Bank of Korea did choose to keep interest rates on hold at the August meeting at 2.25%. Why did you decide to do that if you think that interest rates right now are not appropriate?
Well, as I said earlier, we achieved relatively high growth rate. Particularly for the case of the first quarter of this year, our growth rate turned out to be 7.6% year-on-year basis as compared to the same period of the previous year. And we expect to have relatively high growth rate during the second half of this year too. But what we learned was that the GDP gap, which is measured by the difference between actual output and potential output, has narrowed, and it is likely that our actual growth will surpass the potential output. And in that case, we are likely to have a very high pressure for inflation from the demand side. And at the same time, these days, the prices of commodities, including the price of oil, did not grow much, but it is likely that they will grow in the coming months. Then we may have pressures from both the demand side and supply side for inflation. Thus, we thought we needed to deal with such a situation. That is why we increased the interest rate a little bit for the month of July.